Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I had my mic muted the whole time, and I have no idea why. But basically, all you guys need to know is I screwed up pretty badly pre-recording last game to catch Grub, and as you guys saw, I paid heavily for it. And we lost 24 to like 47 anyway. Now let's start.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Falcons and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their third-year quarterback, former 6th overall selection from Duke. It's Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones' throw pulled in by Jefferson. 7 yards, the pickup there. A former Seminole back home in Florida, it's Dalvin Cook. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
People got the popcorn, got the remote. Let's give them a show.
Hey, we got a seal. You must be treated.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go, fellas.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
From the gun, here's Swift. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him.
All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
44 is the mic.
Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Inside handoff, the former Central Florida man, Bruce Miller. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing, Jones.
Bring it. Bring it.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 73 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, Swift. A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And Diggs has it. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run on first down. Cook. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Wilson. Throw caught by Raymond. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On 1st down, Wilson. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by Barr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. It's taken to the 26. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. David Onyemata drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Here's Sterling Hoff-Richter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Again with a juke. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
We'll see if he can do just that. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Left side, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake, Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Kenny Young coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Under pressure, they got him again. Caleb Chason providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Now he'll escape to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Let's go.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And shedding through the tackle. And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on now, let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Bunch set, eyes up, bunch set.
87's me.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Check curls.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. He'll get this off to Swift. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his first touchdown of the new season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down now, it's Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
We got 4. Hey,
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
I got you.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Marr on for the extra point.
93, 52, 93, 44.
And it's 21-3. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Check 55, Mike.
Now Jones on first down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Focus, defense.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Colin Kaepernick, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Man left. 4 down.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Hey, we got 3 out.
Throwing, Jones. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Dalvin Cook, 62 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Sutton now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go, let's go.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. To throw again on second down. Wilson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll let one go deep for Higgins.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check, Mike 21.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21.
Play action, it's Wilson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Hey, zero.
Swift diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jones. It's complete to Diggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and his throw here's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. 49 smart.
Now a run with Cook.
Here I come. Here I come.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A gain of 14. And a Falcons first down.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. You got 3.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We got 3 down. 40.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
153 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Get in there, get what you want, boy. 2 times. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Back to throw. Jones. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Deron Payne, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Fighting through, and he's got space. He does it one more time. Now a second stiff arm. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Russell Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. How does this? They run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And here now come the Falcons. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
The left side caught by Diggs. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And Diggs has it.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, complete. Jefferson the target.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on second down. Jones. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 5-yard gain.
Here's Jones on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. Uses the stiff arm and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Like 9.
On first down, Swift, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a toss for Swift left side. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45.
The Bucs on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Swift. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
This is Swift on the counter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bucs on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Swift again.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Running for it. Here's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
They run, Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Two times. 3 down.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift able to fight through. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long, and here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
This game went pretty better than last time. of course, it doesn't quite make up for the deficit or whatever the word is, that happened in yesterday's game. But, because we lost by, like, a lot more than that. But, I guess it's kind of good. So, see you guys next video, guys.